Hi, I'm Jamey at Stonemeyer Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in War Chest. This is a game that came out a few years ago, and I've heard that it was kind of the foundation for a game that later became Undaunted, another game that I played recently. Undaunted is a card-driven deck-building game. War Chest is a bag-building game with these nice, chunky poker-style tiles that go into this bag as you recruit units. You recruit these units into your bag, and then every turn you're pulling 3 units out of the bag, or every round you're pulling 3 units out of the bag, and you're doing something with one of those units. You're either using it for a generic ability, like deploying, enlisting, there are others, moving, attacking, things like that. Or you are using it to direct with the move attack or the special abilities one of the corresponding unit on the board. So, for example, I have Royal Guards right here. If I have a Royal Guard token on the board and I play a Royal Guard token, I can use that token kind of to command the token that I have on the board. But an opponent can fight and attack and destroy the token on the board, and when that happens, I just have a token in my bag that I then need to deploy to have something to do with it. So there's a connection between the bag building and the tokens on the board, which I think is great. That was my favorite mechanism in Undaunted. The twist here that I really like is that each token has its own definition. It has a card that goes along with it. And as a player, I was playing in a 4-player game, so I had a partner in the game. I don't know what happens in a 2-player game, but at least in a 4-player game, I have a random set, and you can draft them too, but I had a random set of 3 different abilities that I could use. 3 different types of units. This was random. So in any given game, this combination of units would be different. It would be a different puzzle for me to figure out with these units, how do I win this game? How do I control enough of these tokens? How do I get all my control tokens on the board in the first place? I thought this was great. I thought this variety was great, even after only playing one game, because my set was completely asymmetric compared to the other players. I felt special. I had these things that I could do that other players couldn't do, and I had a lot of agency and control over which tokens I was going to add to my bag so that I could steer the tokens on the board versus which tokens I was going to put on the board. And if I already have a Royal Guard on the board, I can't put a separate Royal Guard elsewhere on the board. Rather, I need to put it on top of my current Royal Guard. That's called bolstering. I'm making it better. So I really like that decision space in the game, and it all comes back to these special abilities, which I found myself wanting to use as often as possible because they felt much more powerful than the standard abilities. So yeah, that's my favorite mechanism in War Chest. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have a favorite combination, maybe a favorite unit to use, or if you just have a favorite mechanism you'd like to talk about War Chest, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Thanks.